Friday, 25th March, The Gap News This Morning. Broadcasting live from Kuala Lumpur, I'm Ghazali Abdullah. Good morning. First, the headlines. Over 18,000 healthcare workers down with COVID-19, says KJ. Malaysia-Singapore border to fully open to vaccinated travellers on April 1st. 2 million Sinovac recipients without boosters set to lose vaxxed status. Punters are set to take lucky shots for Sports Toto's 84 million ringgit jackpot. Putin tells Europe to pay for gas in rubles. And SIC to welcome back Grand Prix fans with new activities and features. And now the news in full. A total of 18,354 healthcare workers are currently down with COVID-19, according to Health Minister Hari Jamaluddin. Based on our reported data on March 23, 2022, a total of 19,420 healthcare workers are absent from work. Of this number, 18,354 are confirmed cases and 1,066 are close contacts, he said in a press conference Thursday evening. Hari added that since March 4th, the daily rate of absenteeism involving healthcare workers has exceeded 6%. Over 2 million Sinovac vaccine recipients in the country are set to lose their vaccination status in a week's time after they failed to get their booster shots, Health Minister Hari Jamaluddin revealed. He said based on the latest figures, the Health Ministry found that 2.09 million individuals who received Sinovac as their primary vaccine have not gotten their third dose. According to our projections, some 2 million Sinovac primary recipients are at risk of losing their full vaccination status on April 1st, he told a press conference in Parliament Thursday. The land border between Singapore and Malaysia is set to be fully reopened from April 1st, according to a joint statement by the Prime Minister's officers of both nations. Fully vaccinated travellers between the countries will not be required to undergo quarantine or conduct COVID-19 screenings upon arrival or departure. This move comes after a telephone conversation between the two leaders in which they acknowledge the successes of their respective vaccination and COVID-19 management programs. Punters nationwide will test their luck as Sports Toto's Supreme Toto 658 jackpot stands at a whopping 84 million ringgit, the largest ever jackpot yet to be won in the nation's history. The Supreme Toto 658 jackpot has been steadily rising and has so far beaten its previous record of 63.9 million ringgit, which was won by a lucky punter on February 6, 2018. However, the record for the largest ever jackpot won was by a Penang businessman on September 13, 2017, when he took 69.6 million ringgit after playing the now-defunct Grand Toto 663 jackpot game. Last Sunday, prior to the draw date, the jackpot prize had stood at 79.7 million ringgit. President Vladimir Putin yesterday said Russia will only accept payments in rubles for gas deliveries to unfriendly countries, which include all European Union members, after Moscow was hit by unprecedented sanctions over Ukraine. Immediately after his announcement, the ruble, which has plummeted since the start of the Ukraine conflict, strengthened against the dollar and euro, while gas prices rose. I've decided to implement a set of measures to transfer payment for our gas supplies to unfriendly countries into Russian rubles, Putin said during a televised government meeting. He added, however, that Russia will continue supplying the volume of gas outlined in its contracts. Putin ordered Russia's central bank to implement the new payment system within a week, saying it must be transparent and will involve the purchase of rubles on Russia's domestic market. Putin also hinted that other Russian exports may be affected. And now for some sports news. Sepang International Circuit, SIC, aims to welcome fans back to this year's Malaysian Grand Prix with a host of new activities and improved facilities centralized around fans' experience at the circuit. Officially renamed Petronas Grand Prix of Malaysia after the energy company was announced as the title sponsor, SIC Chief Executive Officer Azhan Shafriban said that the new Malaysian Grand Prix is aimed at celebrating the return of spectators after an absence of 2 years. The past 2 years have been very tough for SIC as we had to deal with the pandemic. Hence, why we decided to go with the theme #Welcome Home to signify the return of motorsports fans to the event. To end the bulletin, here are the headlines again. Over 18,000 healthcare workers down with COVID-19, says KJ. Malaysia-Singapore border to fully open to vaccinated travellers on April 1st. 2 million Sinovac recipients without boosters set to lose vax status. Punters set to take lucky shot for Sports Toto's 84 million ringgit jackpot. Putin tells Europe to pay for gas in rubles. And the SIC to welcome back Grand Prix fans with new activities and features. This has been the Gap News this morning, Friday, 25th March, with reports from Free Malaysia Today, The Vibes and the BBC World Service. The Gap News is also available on the internet news portal Melaka Hari Ini. We hope you found the bulletin informative. We certainly welcome hearing from you. If you do have the opportunity, please do write in. We would certainly love to hear from you. Podcasting live from Kuala Lumpur, I'm Ghazali Abdullah.